Hi, Mighty Melvo here. Not long ago I put out a video sharing some honest frustrations with Capcom's patch decisions. I thought it was fair, calling out what needed to be called out, praising the community's passion, and showing love for the game. Turns out, that didn't sit well with the Rift. In his video, the Dragon's Dogma 2 situation is insane. He name drops me, speculates about my intentions, and uses me as a foil to push his own narrative. This is a direct response to the Rift, a Dragon's Dogma content creator I used to respect. So in this video I want to unpack everything he's implying and why that framing deserves to be challenged. And I'll also share some of my own critiques regarding Rift's content, since we're trading bobs now like it's a hobby. First off, Rift accuses me of reinforcing clown behavior and sending the wrong signal to the community because I used that waiting clown meme for my thumbnail. Sure, we could argue thumbnail semantics all the way until Capcom drops another patch for Dragon's Dogma 2 in like 2026. But honestly, I think it's a damn-fitting metaphor. It's not mocking anyone, it's more like solidarity. Fans of Bloodborne, Silksong, and Dragon's Dogma 2 all stuck together waiting in the same cursed void. To me, it's something that actually unites us. But whatever. Rift conveniently skips the part where I praise the Dragon's Dogma 2 fan for sending Capcom a heartfelt letter with custom stickers no less. What kind of signal does that send to the community? I don't know. But it doesn't fit the narrative, right? And look, I get how some of my comments could look harsh if you read them on paper, but the way I deliver them, you know, my tone and my intention, I always thought it's pretty clear that it's all coming from a place of engagement, not bad faith. It's a call for better, not a burn. And then there's this little gem. Melvo is increasingly shitting on Capcom for not delivering more patches. No, that's just false. This is not true. No sugarcoating. That's misrepresentation, plain and simple. I've never shit on Capcom, not in that video, not in any of them actually. I've poked fun, sure, because their post-launch support has been inconsistent at best, but that's what we call light satire, not a targeted smear campaign. Come on, mate. Calling it increasingly shitting suggests my criticism is toxic or destructive. It frames me like some bitter malcontent trying to tear the devs down, when in reality I've always been clear that my content comes from a place of love for the game, and of course frustration when it's underserved. Then Rift brings up Infinite Cringe, a Dragon's Dogma content creator who stepped back from YouTube a while back and discusses the negativity she allegedly faced. I don't know why that point comes right after discussing my video. No names were mentioned, but the implication's kinda there. Just to be clear, I've got nothing to do with Cringe's decision to take a break, and I think dragging her name into this, especially when she's clearly staying out of drama, is quite unnecessary. So if all of that had been genuine criticism, I'd be fine with it. I like criticism. I learned that from covering HBO shows, mate. You just had to cherry-pick my worst performing video to, you know, showcase this, didn't you? Right, let me preface by saying that I'm doing this not because I feel the need to defend myself, and I don't think that what Rift says about me he says out of malice, and I surely don't think that all things said are gonna ruin my reputation or something. Anyone paying attention can skim through my Dragon's Dogma 2 backlog and see I've been passionate and positive about the game and the community. I'm doing this because there is a Dragon's Dogma 2 situation that is insane. And it's your content lately, Rift. I mean, people clearly love what you do, it shows in the comments, but maybe that's what creates an echo chamber of non-stop praise. So hopefully what I'm about to say gives you the nudge you need to take a step back. Most people won't say it out loud, but somebody needs to. Plus, of course, when you upload something that publicly calls out another creator, especially one by name, you're inviting a conversation. So I'm speaking directly to you now. In your video, you said this.
If there's an idea I'm passionate about, I'm gonna talk about it. If I have a theory that I think makes sense, I'm gonna share it with you guys. I'm gonna share it with you guys. See, that's what sends the wrong signal to the community, in my opinion. The constant hype bait and speculation wrapped up as gospel truth. And while I understand that's how YouTube works, we all want to pull people in. I think this is just reckless. There's a difference between teasing a topic and intentionally misleading people into watching something that isn't real. There is a difference between curiosity and manipulation. Seriously, this is misleading and self-serving. It's hurting the very people it pretends to serve. Veterans, newcomers, and just anyone still holding out hope for like real DLC updates. So why do I think this kind of content potentially damages the Dragon's Dogma 2 community? Because
it builds false hope, because every time you drop a huge leak video, you're promising something's coming when nothing is. And when it doesn't happen, no consequences, nobody calls you out. Because why would they? Capcom's already their designated punching bag, right? You get to duck the fallout and just farm the clicks. But this fake hype cycle, it doesn't help. It inflames things, it doesn't inform, it doesn't guide, it just stirs the pot for clout. Just a thought. Over time, this erodes trust, it burns people out, it turns the whole community more bitter and jaded, and even if fans don't realize it, they're becoming harder to reach with anything actually real, because they've been yanked around so many times. I hope you don't take it personally, but I see it as weaponized speculation. And yeah, I can already hear the peanut gallery, the defenders saying, he's just hyped, bro, let people be excited, you're just jealous. Sure. But real excitement doesn't need bait and switch tactics. And the worst part, you've positioned yourself as the voice of Dragon's Dogma community. People trust you, people believe you, and that's exactly why I think everything I said matters, since we're talking about the impact we as YouTubers make on the community. So I don't know, if you actually care about this fandom like you say you do, this should have really been a DM, but you brought it public, so here's your public response. Anyway, I said my piece, and I'm gonna move on now and play some Stellar Blade. And for anyone watching who genuinely thinks my content is toxic or harmful to the community, just go ahead, unsubscribe and mute me. Make the space around you more enjoyable. I'll keep saying what I believe, even if I think it's uncomfortable, because that's what I think this community actually deserves. Melvo out.